Okay, so this is Chapter 6 in the rank attempt, which is the first chapter of Generation 2. So we get to see a whole bunch of new scrubs and raise them back up to fighting power. So I have to reset there in order to fix Celice's authority stars. It's bugged so that if you don't reset he only has 2, but if you do save and reset, then he has 3. And more authority stars means more hit and more dodge, which is good. So the beginning here is somewhat self-explanatory. I have Celice just make a bum rush towards the first castle, Ganeshai? Yeah, I can't even try to pronounce that. While the sword kids and everybody else just mop up behind them. So it's a little bit tricky, because even though the axe fighters and axe armors don't have great hit rates on the sword children, they do a lot of damage. Lache is exactly 2 round KO'd by axe fighters. Sakasha has 1 more defense, so he manages to escape that fate. But the axe armors have even more strength, so he can't even take much more punishment than she can. So there's a bunch of little conversations where you talk with the siblings and the female sibling gets +1 luck. I don't know if it's entirely worth it, because luck is, you know, one of those silly stats. But as long as there's nothing else going on, there's no point not to have the conversations. So we have Celice switch to the Thunder Sword there, so he can actually counter the bow armor that will attack him. And he continues heedlessly plowing his way deep into enemy territory. Alright, so we go ahead, and we're already seeing some of the benefits of Neustädti. So that's kinda cool. Sibling crits are a lot of fun, and Gen 2 makes them much more accessible than they were in Gen 1, where it was, oh, I have Ethelyn and Sigurd. And so we've done a good job cleaning up on the stay behind front of things. So Velmet is just basically chipping here for some extra experience. If I was more fiscally conscious, I would have liked to have used the Iron Sword, but he needs as much of his movement as he can, so that was not really an option. And that fighter needed to be cleared out of the way so the road was open so that Lana could get to the right-hand side of Lache. Otherwise she'd have to walk on sand, and that doesn't work quite so fast. Again, we're using the Thunder Sword here so that we can counter the bow armors on the enemy phase. If you had used the Hero Sword, you'd kill like everything but the bow armors. And then you could plow straight towards the castle, which would probably save you a turn, but you would lose out on some of this experience. And the whole point of Elite Ring Selice in Map 6 is basically to get him up to speed and allow him to get a pony. So now we go ahead and clean up the rest of what didn't die last time. So I'm using Recover because the staff will basically never run out, and it's more experience than just the regular one-range heals. And heal by heal, it's because I'll never worry about repairing it. It's less expensive than if I were to use Physic each time, even though Physic is worth more experience. So I'm sort of trying to balance my XP gain with my money costs. Alright, Life Ring is also basically what makes this entire strategy possible. Because otherwise, Lana just falls too far behind to Physic Light Ring Selice. Now, killing some of these armors in one round is somewhat reliant on how well Selice grows his strength. So there's definitely that to be a little bit concerned about. But if you can get it going, then he really just delivers. So I got the idea for this months back when I watched the Nico speedrun. Of course, they did things a little more differently. They had the Hero Sword with Critical on it already, and Selice with the Night Ring as well, which enabled even quicker killing and seizing of enemies like Herald. But I'm not, bare minimum turn count worried here, so we'll make do with a slightly different take on that strategy. So if I just kills that to save money in the village. Alright, so we've conquered Ganashire. I believe that was turn 8. I don't remember if I pulled up the window. I didn't see it. Since I saved, the next time I save, we can always double check and confirm. So Julia is running westward so that Lana can give her a staff and she can be useful. then I'm setting up my sword users here on the edge of the axe fighter range. Of course, all in range of Dulmud's charisma boost. I don't know, I just like having conversations, even if they're pointless, as long as it doesn't take time out of my day. So Celis badly needs to repair his equipment here. So the quickest way to do that was just to sell off that ring. Doesn't really need the skill ring, just like Sigurd never really needed it. But now he's turbocharged and ready to go again, so he plows straight southward. Okay, so it was turn 9.